Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're talking software, but not just how to use it, how it actually gets made. We're diving into the software development lifecycle, also known as the SDLC. This is the blueprint, the roadmap, the playbook that takes an app from an idea in someone's head to the polished product you download and use every day. Now you might be thinking, Seliman, why should I care about this? Well, whether you're an aspiring developer, a tech enthusiast, or just curious about what happens behind the scenes, understanding the SDLC gives you a whole new appreciation for the tech you interact with. We'll break down the key stages like planning, coding, and testing, and I'll give you some insights into why each step matters. So, grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's unlock the code together. Alright, so you've got this killer app idea. You're going to revolutionize the tech world, right? But before you start writing lines of code, you got a plan. This is where the magic starts, laying the groundwork for a successful project. Think of it like building a house. You don't just start laying bricks. You need a blueprint. First up, requirement gathering. This is like figuring out what kind of house we're building. Do we want a mansion, a tiny home, a tree house? We need to know exactly what the software needs to do, who it's for, and what features are non-negotiable. We talk to stakeholders, the people who'll be using the software, the ones paying for it, everyone involved. We ask questions, we listen, we take notes. It's all about understanding the needs and expectations. Next, we do a feasibility study. This is where we check if our grand vision is actually, well, feasible. Can we build it with the resources we have? Do we have the time, the budget, the technical expertise? This is where we're real with ourselves. Maybe that indoor swimming pool feature has to wait for version 2.0. It's about setting realistic goals and managing expectations from the get-go. We'll also define the scope of the project. What's included in this version, and what's getting pushed to future updates. This keeps everyone on the same page and prevents scope creep, that thing where a project grows and grows until it's out of control. And let's not forget about the timeline and budget. When do we need this software ready, and how much are we willing to spend? These are crucial questions that need to be answered up front. The planning phase is all about minimizing risk and maximizing efficiency. By investing time up front, we set ourselves up for a smoother development process down the line. Trust me, it's way easier to change things on paper than it is to rewrite thousands of lines of code later on. Alright, we've got our blueprints, our requirements, our game plan. Now it's time to bring this software to life. This is where the coders, the architects of the digital world, step in. They take that blueprint and translate it into the language of computers. Think of it like this. The planning phase gave us the words, and now we're putting those words into sentences, paragraphs, chapters, building the story of our software. We're talking lines of code, algorithms, data structures, the building blocks of any software. It's a meticulous process, requiring precision, creativity, and a whole lot of coffee. Different programming languages are like different tools in a toolbox. You wouldn't use a hammer to tighten a screw, right? Similarly, developers choose the best language for the job, whether it's Python, Java, C++, or something else entirely. This phase is all about collaboration. Developers work together, sharing ideas, reviewing each other's code, making sure everything fits together seamlessly. It's like a well-choreographed dance, each move perfectly timed. And just like any creative process, there are challenges, roadblocks, those moments where you're staring at a screen full of code wondering, what have I done? But that's part of the fun, right? The problem solving, the aha moments, the satisfaction of building something from scratch. Throughout the coding phase, we keep testing, refining, making sure the software aligns with the original vision. It's an iterative process, constantly evolving and improving. Remember, we're not just writing code here, we're building something that will be used, experienced, interacted with. It's about creating a seamless, intuitive, and hopefully enjoyable user experience. Chapter 3. Bug Hunters Unite, the testing phase. Okay, so the code is written, the software is built. Time to ship it, right? Not so fast. Before we unleash this masterpiece into the world, we need to make sure it actually works. And that's where testing comes in. Think of it like a test drive before you buy a car. You want to make sure everything runs smoothly, that there are no weird noises, no sudden stalls. The same goes for software. We run different types of tests, like functionality testing to make sure everything does what it's supposed to, usability testing to see how easy it is to use, and performance testing to check how well it handles under pressure. This is where we put on our detective hats, searching for bugs, those pesky little errors that can crash the whole system. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, but trust me, the feeling of squashing a bug is incredibly satisfying. Testers, they're like the unsung heroes of the SDLC. They don't write the code, but they make sure it works flawlessly. They're the last line of defense, protecting users from a world of frustration and glitches. And testing isn't a one-time thing, it's an ongoing process, happening throughout the entire development cycle. We test early, we test often, and we test again just to be sure. Every bug we find, every issue we fix, brings us one step closer to a polished, high-quality product. It's about ensuring a smooth, enjoyable, and frustration-free experience for the end user. Remember, software is never truly finished. It's always evolving. Even after release, we continue to test, gather feedback, and make improvements. It's a continuous cycle of learning, adapting, and refining. So there you have it, a glimpse into the world of the SDLC. We've covered the planning, the coding, the testing, all the crucial stages that go into building the software we use every day. Hopefully, you've gained a new appreciation for the complexity and creativity involved in this process. It's not just about writing code. It's about solving problems, collaborating with others, and building something truly amazing. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech insights. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover next.